Veeraraghav,
Dushyant.
and namaskaram to all your viewers. To put it in the right perspective, on the 1st of January, I was supposed to perform after he was to be given the award. But to me, it will be a moral travesty for a variety of reasons. One, the Shastriya Sangeetam, which we call it as Karnataka Sangeetam in the South India, is a lot bhakti based. Be it the composers of Purandaradasa, Kanakadasa, Dikshitar, Syama Sastri, Arunachala Kavi, Annamayya, Oothukadu Kavi, they have given their compositions free of cost. Today we call it without copyright, just for the bhakti that they had towards the Ishtadevata. Music was, of course, used as a beautiful tool, and they have deployed it very beautifully. And Tyagaraja goes to the extent of stating, Sangeeta Jnanamu Bhakti Vina. When you render music without bhakti towards that Sangeetam, it serves no purpose. That aside. Right. Now the question is, your question was, when it has been given for music, for the last 8 to 10 years, Mr. TM Krishna has boycotted the Madras Music Academy and all the sabhas from performing, stating that there has been Brahminical hegemony in all the sabhas. So he is accepting the award today, stating that the hegemony has changed. See, if his statement is, I'm boycotting for the last 10 years in all the sabhas, stating that there's Brahminical hegemony, there is only Brahminical advantage, what has changed in the last few years? What has changed in the last 1 year? Point number one. Point number two, when you have, he goes on to the extent, and I'll just complete Veeraraghav. When he spoke about MS Subbulakshmi, he said that though her music is beautiful, I can see her face, which comes with a certain sadness because she has been Brahminized. What are all these comments? She is not there to even justify. She's an icon. You cannot pass such comments, and she is a Sangeeta Kalanidhi awardee as well. This is not called changing the contours of Carnatic music. Sorry to say this. You have a question to ask, please.
I get it. I'm asking you the first point that you said, why has he accepted the award? Isn't the better way or the option more to engage in dialogue with someone who has such a sharply opposite point of view? And are you foreclosing the possibility of a dialogue by saying that I'm going to merely boycott any chance of even allowing to share a stage or a particular platform with him? That's my first point. Number two, and I'm asking you this specifically, given that for his social work or his other political work, he has received the Magsaysay Award and a recognition which is different from what has been endowed upon him by the Music Academy, even some of his sharpest critics agree that his abilities as a singer cannot be questioned. So don't you believe that there needs to be dialogue within the community rather than one where you oppose each other without any dialogue?
Veeraraghav, first thing, MS Subbulakshmi is also a recipient of the Magsaysay Award. So getting a Magsaysay Award doesn't give you the blanket authority to pass on comments. Point number two. Now you did say, why can't you engage in a debate or a discussion? I am nobody to engage in a debate or a discussion. The Academy has the prerogative to choose whom they want to. We are not telling Academy to choose this person or not to choose that person. We are just saying that our ideals don't match, and there is such a non-violent way of retracting, stating that we are not ready to perform. The musicians have stated that they won't be giving concerts, a handful of musicians. And as a Harikatha person, I've said that I will not perform. We have not blamed him. We have not thrown abusive words at him. And to the last point, see, I'd just like to make a very categorical point, Veeraraghav, for your viewers. A devout Christian, a person who believes in Christianity, if he goes to church, he'll be singing carols on Jesus and Mother Mary. No Christian will allow the person who's a singer to sing an ode or a composition on Pontius Pilate, who was the governor who executed that crucifixion on Christ. Same is the case here. All his compositions that he sings and he makes a livelihood is of Tyagaraja, who venerated Rama. On the same stage, he also sings a composition on Periyar, who put a chappal mala around Rama. So if this is called a broad-mindedness, I'm sorry, I'm not ready to accept that.
I need to wrap this conversation, but I have one very quick question. Given that there are different political points of view and there are different ways in which one observes or sees this, do you believe that there is a chance of reconciliation and a possible conversation which could potentially benefit Carnatic music or potentially strengthen traditions as well? Do you believe that there is a chance of reconciliation, rapprochement, and perhaps one day for the fans to see you, Ranjini Gayatri, as well as TM Krishna share a stage, or do you believe that's never possible? Quick response to you before I close this conversation.
The quickest answer that I can give is probably he needs to explain why he boycotted all these sabhas, including the Music Academy, for 10 years. What was the reason and what has changed now? And I will be more than happy to share a stage with him where he can also put forth those viewpoints, and I can also put forth those viewpoints.
Hopefully that kind of a discussion could potentially help benefit everyone. But thanks very much, Dushyant Sridhar. There are strong political points of view, there are strong ideological points of view, and there is obviously a sharp divide that one is witnessing within the Carnatic